Gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 2, WWC Rock Days. How's it going?
Not too bad.
Great.
Not too bad. Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm blessed to be here with Moose and my other good buddy, Hayes. It's great seeing you guys again.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
That's awesome.
I figured we'd pick up, and we talked about music last episode, but we didn't talk about all these other bands. And so there's one prominent band that stood out to me as I was thinking more about it. And then, I couldn't help myself. I went and did a little research to see who else was coming out and popular around that time. So I got a little list, but I'm curious, what other bands were in your life in the early 2000s when we were hanging out in college?
I thought about it last time afterwards too, like trying to think of like what I discovered after I got there versus what I liked before.
But yeah, totally.
And like edge of high school, like I was at a huge I went to I've discovered real music. I found Santana phase,
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like all the a lot of Hendrix, that kind of standard stuff. But like I grew
Now,
up
OG
with,
Santana, or you've discovered the
no,
Matchbox 20 Santana?
not Maria, but that was on the radio
yeah.
at the time. But no. Like old
Smooth.
school Santana. Like I think because of Maria, to be fair,
You
that's
go
probably
back.
what triggered me to go look.
For sure.
But I was like, this guy, like he's been doing stuff before this, and I wouldn't found him, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, this is awesome. But
Forever.
yeah, forever, seriously, forever, still touring, right?
It's a legend.
But those kind of guys, right? So like, I think soon as I hit Walla Walla, it was a weird time musically. So a lot of stuff showed up that was, I feel like, almost a little tamer than what I was listening to before, because there's just West Coast stuff that I was like, oh, what's this? A lot of Incubus. Incubus was hot back then.
Oh yeah.
So that was like everything in that kind of space.
So it was when we were there, because what was the name of the album that came out in the
Morning
early
View.
2000s? Morning View? Is that it?
Morning View.
Yeah.
Morning View was
View.
2001.
Those first
was-
2 or 3 songs, man, I love the opening of that record.
Still my favorite. Like that's the one I saw the show, was it last year? I think I saw them with my
With your
son.
son,
It was
right?
awesome. Yeah. And that was just that album. They just did that
Oh.
album plus the previous hits. So they did the album from beginning to end. So it was like basically my shower singing, come to life. It was
Love it.
awesome. Yeah. Yeah. But
How
that
were they
one,
live?
oh, I mean, Brandon Boyd still got it, man. Like surprisingly so. Like the one song that I was afraid. There's a song that's like the third or fourth in the album. It's like our collective favorite to me and my son. It's called Blood on the Ground, and it reminds me of a Seven Death song. To be funny, it reminds me of I'm going blank. It's off seasons and I can't remember it. But anyway,
Well,
it's
that's the other thing
similar
about
theme.
us getting old.
Yeah, I
Right.
know. All right,
You
exactly.
better write it down.
Exactly. But
But I can't see
just
it.
vocally intense, right? But they flipped it and did it acoustic, and it was still
Okay.
awesome. And the instrumentation was still great. They have a new bassist, obviously, but everything else is great. It was a great show. A lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
those are the
awesome.
other two, the big ones for me. What about you? What did you guys have on the list?
Go for it, Moose.
I think I talked about Lit last time, right?
You did.
Mm.
You did.
Yeah.
The dollar bill with the signature, and the boys from Lit
Yeah.
want to see it when they. Yeah.
I was looking at those photos again the other day. That's pretty awesome. And I think we talked about Papa Roach.
A little bit. Did
Yeah.
we?
Man,
I don't know if we did.
I love Papa Roach, man. They've been solid. Like, I remember I came back from CUC from my first year at CUC, and Mom and I had never had cable, and she didn't get cable until after I moved away, of course, right? And I got in at like midnight or something, and it would have been like April of 2020 is what it would have been. No, I'm sorry, 2000, April of 2000, not 2020. And it's like midnight, and they were still playing music videos on MTV, and
I miss that.
yeah, and
gone, isn't it?
Last Resort came on,
Hell yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was like, "What is this? This is amazing!" And that was my introduction to Papa Roach.
Oh, that's cool.
So I was
And-
trying to remember because I saw Papa Roach as a headliner before I came up to Walla Walla. I'm pretty sure, but Lincoln
Yeah,
Park opened for them. This is in Modesto, California.
that's
Um,
awesome. That's their home turf.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so Getting Away with Murder came out 4 years later, 2004. Is that the one that has scars on it? Because that was a big hit for them.
Yeah, I think so. That was a
Yeah.
great song.
Oh, in 2002, they're out of order. Love, Hate, Tragedy came out in
Yeah,
2002, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
Getting Away with Murder. But yeah, dude, they're an awesome band. I just every time they have a record getting released, I pre-order it. I think they've shifted into another gear.
Yeah,
Their acoustic stuff's fantastic, but
yeah,
I think, I mean, because they've released a few songs over the last year, I think they're probably getting ready to release. They just released a song I think called "Wake Up," so that
yeah.
video's up on
Just saw
YouTube. I've
that.
been checking out.
Um, we saw them here a couple of years ago. They played up in Abbotsford, and uh, it was a really great concert. Jacoby Shaddix came down into the crowd,
Nice.
and he didn't just like hop in where the mosh pit was. He walked all the way down. Like, you know how when you go to a stadium show and there's kind of a little bit of a separation near the sound
Yeah.
booth, about three
Yeah.
quarters of the way. He walked all through there too and up into the other side and
Nice.
had people jamming a couple songs with him. And then I saw an interview just the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, like sober and found God." And I'm
Wow.
like, "Man, it's funny, we see some of these bands, and like I saw them partying at Warp Tour
Yeah.
at the Gorge, and to now hear them talking about finding God, that's a
Crazy.
different thing.
Well, it's the surviving part, man. That's the awesome
Yeah.
part. Like the who it's always it's sad, but it's the ones you think are like, oh, they've made it through it. They're gonna be okay. And then
Yeah,
just like it sucks.
Well, when you
yeah,
look
it's
too,
wild.
a lot of their lyrics have over the course of their career have been about mental health and depression and things like that. So I know
Yeah,
they've by doing that, I'm sure it's a good outlet for them to get that stuff out. But they helped a lot of people. You'll see it. I mean,
yep,
there's videos. Leave a Light On, I think, is from their last
yeah.
album. The people in the audience are just crying. I mean, the song, I don't know how it can't touch you. And then
It's
they
gotta be
did a second
emotional.
version with Carrie Underwood, I think, but it's definitely an
Yeah,
emotional song of
Yeah.
I don't know, it feels like it gives you hope, but then they can be this upbeat, like heavy metal, new metal rocking band too. So
yeah,
definitely stood the test of time. That's a good band.
yeah. I
25,
like that.
26 years later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because sometimes you've gone to a show like when we were younger, and then I find out they're touring again, and I'll be like, nah,
Yeah.
I don't,
Yep.
I don't need to go see,
Yeah.
I don't need to go to see that band. But if Papa Roach comes to town, I'll be like, yeah, I'll take a day off to go see Papa Roach.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd go see an acoustic show. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah. Yeah.
they're like they sound good. That they're
yeah,
Yeah.
talented like that. But so
Mm.
it was Lincoln. I'm now remembering it was Lincoln Park was the opener. Head PE
Oh
was
yeah,
the band between. So it was a really good show. It was a cool show. The sound
Yeah.
quality for Lincoln Park, you can tell. Um, the engineers weren't hooking them up. They didn't. The sound didn't sound fantastic, but you're like, oh man, these songs are really really cool. I wish we could hear them, a little
Yeah.
better. But
so that was what, like, 01 or
yeah,
2000?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool. That's a band I wish I had gotten to see, was Linkin Park. Never got to see them.
Yeah. In the before times. Yeah.
Cool.
The
Who's it for you, Chris?
Well, the band that I had this like I can't believe I didn't talk about them was Breaking Benjamin. So
Mm,
I didn't really so the songs I remember, but it was clearly up at Walla Walla, So Cold. And I think that
yeah,
was the lead single.
Yeah.
And then Sooner or Later came out. This is their second record. Sooner or Later came out. I love that song. And so somebody downloaded me a copy and then downloaded me a copy of the first record. Both of those I think are just if I do their because I have all their music now, the first two records of theirs I think are my favorite. Um,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I
You're
played the
right.
heck out of those.
You reminded me of like I don't know why this like once you started naming them, I'm like, oh, that popped into my
Yeah.
head. You said so cold. Cold is one of the other ones I totally forgot. There's like two or
Oh,
three right there.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cold, and then I somehow spaced on the other two. Like these weren't really Walla Walla ones, but these are ones that were, like, right at that summer, I remember. Like, I remember that summer's music, like, my pre-college, like, post-high school, like,
Yep.
it's, like, imprinted on my brain. Pretty much everything Tool had done up until that point and Disturbed for some reason. Those are the 2
Mhm.
that, like, I totally like, I'm like, "Yeah." 'Cause the Disturbed one specifically because of the religious imagery always, like it was weird. I was like, 'cause I could pick up on it 'cause I'm a lyrics guy, right?
Yep. Yep.
And I was like, "Oh, this guy's got some trauma, man." Like, he's got some serious trauma,
Yeah.
But if you
you
just looked
know?
at their image, you thought they were doing something different, right? I mean, he's
Yeah,
got the big piercings here and
oh,
the things
listen
he was
to it.
doing on Down with the Sickness. But I mean,
Oh,
that's about
100%.
sounds like him being abused.
100%,
Yeah. Yeah.
100%, but, like, going with that balance of being like, I have this sort of religious upbringing, but then they saying one thing, but another thing is
Yep.
happening, and, like, that whole dichotomy, it was always interesting to me. Those guys I thought were, like, lyrically, again, Disturbed, way better than anybody gave them credit for, you know what I mean?
100%. So I didn't remember them until I looked, but so Disturbed I put on my list. Talk about it was Napster downloading music.
Damn it. Hell yeah.
So by the time I got here, Believe had come out, but I had missed it. Like I wasn't on
Mm,
top of the music scene. I had Down with the Sickness, and I remember working at a warehouse, and Stupefy, Down with the
yeah,
Sickness without that
yeah,
part in it where he's
yeah, yeah,
talking about his abuse, and then
yeah,
Voices. They played the heck out of those on the radio all the
yeah.
time. But when I was downloading music, I downloaded Prayer. That's one of my
Oh,
favorite Disturbed songs, and it's the album opener on
yeah,
Believe.
yeah, yep.
Believe's one of my favorite records from them. There's so many good songs in there, but I think it's one of their underrated albums too, and so
Yep.
I still remember that house, that computer, like I said, downloading, getting viruses. But yeah, Prayer, man, that was such a good song. I still listen to it to this day.
Viruses, yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, totally. Yeah, but I forgot how good those were. I was like, yeah, those were like even just the vocal like now thinking about how vocally like I can't remember his name, but you know their leads evolved, right? All the stuff he's done since then vocally.
David Draymond,
It all yeah,
right?
it
Yeah.
all aligns because it sounds like oh, this like it's weird. I can pick out the people that started singing in church now, like unbelievably so. You know what I mean? Like, just oh, clearly. Like, clearly, that's where you because that's the vocal inflection's there, right? Like, the mastery of, like I don't know, it's just a whole thing. The harmonies are different, and yeah, it's cool.
Have you guys seen them in concert?
Cold, I feel like I saw, but I haven't seen
Okay, not Disturbed.
Not Disturbed.
I
Not
saw them
Disturbed.
in Ozfest in San Bernardino. This is post my Walla Walla days, so
Mm.
probably 2006, 2007. It was so hot.
Yeah.
Um, but they were headlining the main stage with System of a Down, and it's where all
Oh.
System of a Down, all the drama was happening. Like we were
Mm.
hearing about Darren, the guitarist, and
Yeah.
the lead singer, which I'm totally blanking on his name right now. But in the
Surge.
Surge, yeah.
Surge. Thank
In the
you.
concert, you could tell there was tension between them, or they were playing it up. I don't know, but that was a cool one. But at Ozfest, if you get there early, you're just exhausted by the end of the day. You're sunburnt,
Yeah.
dehydrated. One of my buddies had passed out. We couldn't find him, so he passed out
Oh,
in his
jeez.
brother's truck. So we were like all worried, like where is he? Looking, there's people like passed out everywhere from I don't know
Heat
sun
exhaustion?
sunstroke or they drink
Yeah.
too much
Yeah.
and then we were like, well, let's just go back to the truck. Maybe he's there. And sure enough, he's out in the back.
Good thing he was there.
Yeah,
And
seriously.
Black Label headlined
No. Oh, wow.
the first stage, but Ozzy didn't perform. But Black Label, and then the other memory of that, Atreyu was on the first stage too.
Oh,
The power went out, and so you could tell the crowd was getting restless. So the drummer, Brandon, so he's not the drummer anymore, he's the lead singer now. He just started playing drums and just going off. And so people started like calming down and like getting into him
Yeah,
playing the
yeah.
drums while they were trying to fix the sound.
Yeah, that's cool. Gotta do something because that crowd coulda
so
got nasty quick.
two
Yeah.
two things. Godsmack,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
they had some really good stuff.
Totally.
Mhm.
And then you brought up Black Label Society. Um, and you know how we were talking about I was talking about we were talking about Seven Dust last time, and I said I'd seen him probably like 13 times or whatever. And one of the times that I saw them by accident was because I rolled into Las Vegas and they were playing at House of Blues, and I'm like, "Oh, sweet. I'm gonna go see them." And do you guys remember Michael Serrano?
Yeah, I know
Um,
the name. This
Name.
sounds familiar.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Walla Walla for maybe a year, and then he went back home to Federal Way and then to Vegas. And then so, um, anyway, if I went to Vegas, sometimes I'd stay at his place. So I'm like, "Hey, Mike, I wanna go see Seven Dust." And he goes, "Okay, who else is playing?" And, and I tell him, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know who that is." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And so, we get down to the show, and Seven Dust opened, and, just killed it, and, um, then he's like, "Who's the other band we're seeing?" And some lady, like, just punches him in the shoulder, and she's like, "You better keep your voice down."
It's Black
And
Label.
she had, like, a full, like, motorcycle jacket cut
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
on and stuff, and she was with this massive biker, and they had cuts on, and then Lejeune came back out with his cut, and he had
Yeah.
one, and Michael's like, "Who the F is this?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Dude, shh."
Don't
And
say it
a couple
again.
people were giving us side eye and stuff.
Yeah.
It was kinda wild, but, then he realized that it was a little bit serious, and he, kept
Yeah.
his mouth shut, but
Yeah.
it was a great show. I hadn't seen them before, and they were great.
You know what's funny about the fans of I am a huge fan of Black Label too. I got all his
Yeah.
music. I mean, I love Zakk Wylde with Ozzy
He's an
Osbourne.
amazing artist.
Oh yeah, it's so good. But the fact that the fans are so serious because Zakk Wylde is like the biggest smartass. He's always
Yeah.
joking. He's always messing around with people. And then the
Yes.
fact that they're like, dude,
Respect the art.
yeah, yeah. What are you saying about this? Like, hey, how about
Yeah.
you? Like, oh, this is Black Label. Let me educate you on who they are. Let me tell you about them. It's just kind of funny. But I can totally. I've seen Black Label. I think 3 times. One
Cool.
time with Seven Dust, oddly enough. And yeah, the other 2 times were at Ozfest. But yeah, it's because I mean he does solo stuff too, where he's playing
Yeah.
Southern rock. He loves Elton John. He loves Neil Young. He loves Bob Dylan. Like all these Allman Brothers. But it's like the Black Label became like a gang.
Yeah.
He was remember he was in, the movie Rockstar with, Mark
Oh yeah,
Wahlberg.
he's the lead guitarist in Rockstar, right?
Yeah,
It's all jacked.
On the
Yeah,
band.
and
Oh.
yeah.
evidently he wrote all the music
I
is
believe
what
it.
for
wow.
Rockstar.
I believe
Yeah,
it.
that's
Like, that guy's talented.
yeah.
And he looks
I
like he should be on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, a
Yes.
little bit.
I did like that movie. The critics
Yeah.
not so much, but I liked it. I mean,
Oh.
I even downloaded some of the songs from the soundtrack.
The
those-
music is still awesome. Like it's not. You don't watch that movie for like plot. you just
Yeah.
you watch it to watch Marky Mark like go off and like fake rap and like like in the studio, right? Just to piss them off. You know what I mean? And mostly so you can sit there and just like do your own version of stand up and shout in the shower, like you know what I
Oh,
mean, or
stand
me
up and
like in front
shout.
of my
Nice,
kids.
you got it.
Yeah, just because like I can hold it like I don't know like halfway still a little bit.
Okay.
I saw a guy karaoke it though like maybe 10
Oh,
years ago that looked
Nice.
like someone's dad,
that's a bold
but this was his
choice.
dream.
Yeah.
Like you can tell this is his song. This is his go-to. And he's holding the notes and he's pulling the mic away and he's like and he's doing I'm like
Oh,
but
he
the
knew what he
second I
was doing.
saw him pull the mic away the first time, I'm like, oh,
Wow.
he's gonna murder this.
Wow.
And nobody's gonna recognize how awesome I'm like standing up and clapping. And everybody else is like, what is he singing? And I'm like, do you not know? This guy's amazing. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's awesome.
Well,
So
because
awesome.
the singer for that movie was the lead singer of Still Heart, who had a big
Yeah.
old hit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I probably was in high school or like middle school.
Yeah.
But they were like a hair metal band ish, I would
Yeah.
say. And yeah, to come in that guy's pipes hit those notes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
And I want to say the
didn't,
bass player in that movie was from the band Slaughter.
Oh,
Dana Strum, I think I might be making stuff up now. I've seen Dana Strum kind of all over the place.
I just remember the dude with the long curly hair wig, not the main guy, but like not the guy who quit who we replaced, but like the other guy who was like supposed to be like Brian May spinoff. Like he looked like a just like a like a 80s like hairbandy Brian May. That's what I was associating with. I was like, oh, okay, all right, I get it. But yeah, same curls, same attitude.
Same
Him
attitude.
and
Yeah.
like I associate him and was it Neil Strone? The
Oh,
guy
yeah.
from Journey.
Journey. Yep.
Very similar, like
Yep.
almost similar hair at a period of time too. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, dead on. Those guys and similar attitude too. Like, why not me? Like,
Hey, if you're gonna get in the role, I mean, sometimes you got to own it. I got 3 other bands that I just surprised I forgot about them. So Foo Fighters, One by
Yep.
One came out, and also the double album. Is it called In Your Honor or something like that? It was like
I think
half
so.
was
That sounds
acoustic,
right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
Brad Harris ended up getting me a copy of In Your Honor.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll shout out Brad.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good album.
Oh yeah. And then this band I found out because there was a girl in a class I had
Mm.
that I had class with, and she burnt me a copy of Evanescence, Bring Me to Life.
Oh yeah.
And that
Yeah,
that song that has the lead singer 12 Stones singing on it, man,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was kind of
They were
blown
together
away.
then, right?
Or were
I
they
thought they
dating?
were. I thought they were dating then, right? Or am
That
I
makes
mixing
sense.
her up with the lead guitarist? I swear she was
So she
dating
used to
some.
date the lead singer Sean Morgan of Seether.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. Was that app? They did a song together too,
Yeah,
right?
Broken.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about.
I think he did it without her, and then they
Didn't
did
do
another
on.
version, and then
Yeah. That
that
was
one
the
became
better
real
one,
popular.
honestly. Yeah, that one was good. I
Yeah,
swear she was with the lead
she might have
guitarist in
been.
that band because I thought the lead guitarist left like after that first album because they broke up and she's like, "You're out." Like,
Peace out.
she pulled the reverse, no doubt. You know what I mean? She's
Uh,
like,
she is Evanescence. I mean,
yeah. Well,
She
you
just
know.
did something recently, right?
oh yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she's done a lot of her and Lizzie Hale are friends from Hailstorm, and so there's a lot
Oh,
of
okay.
collabs they do together. I think Evanescence is getting ready to release another album too, but you'll see.
In 20 years,
I
right?
mean, just going up on
25
YouTube,
years.
there's all kinds of stuff that they do, putting
Yeah.
out music. The band Dayseeker covered My Immortal, just an acoustic version of it,
Yeah.
because that singer's really good too. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think Amy Lee was proud of that one.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
trying to
one,
remember. I feel like there's one. You said you had one more because there was another one that popped in my head that I don't remember. I think I got like a. I'm thinking my timing's right, but I'm remembering Jack White and like I'm remembering the White Stripes is what I'm
yeah,
remembering. But
yep.
I'm trying to remember. Was it like
Tours.
yeah? Nah, wasn't
Okay.
because I like the old White Stripe stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like the EPs, like the garagey ones, the super garagey ones. Those were the ones that like I really dug. Um,
Well, during that time, right? It was the bands, the Strokes, the Hives,
yeah,
the
yes,
White,
yeah,
the
the
White.
bands.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that one I always loved just because I like the garagey sound and with the simplicity, right? Like, I just like eh, I like what's my word? Gratuitous. Like, I'm just gonna play this solo because I wanna play this solo. I don't care if it's your 3.5 minutes or whatever. Just, like, take this. Like, I love that.
I'm gonna enjoy
Like,
myself.
yeah. Just play your thing, you know? But those 2 I loved. Like, all those older albums in that time period were huge.
The Killers, that was another the band.
Oh
Mr.
yeah.
Brightside, right? That's the Killers.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. There's some of those that slid into, like, a weird where I was like they fell into the I'm gonna I'll call it, like, the Hootie hate trend, you know what I mean? Where, like, Hootie was cool, and now my adult brain, Hootie awesome. But
Yeah,
Hootie back
yeah,
then,
yeah.
for a period of time, was like, "Nah, man." Like, it was just like and a bunch of those bands kinda fell in that category for me, where they weren't awful, but I just was tired of hearing it, you know what I mean? Like,
And some of
radio-wise, the
them got a
airplay was
lot
too
of
much.
play.
Yeah, yeah. But, like, now I can't listen to Let Her Cry without crying, so it's okay. I'm fair to admit, you know what I mean? It's just if it catches me at the right part of the day, man, I just like just
Classic
sitting there,
song.
me and Darius Rucker in our tears, you know?
Well, I appreciated those bands, the bands afterwards. Like I was kind of annoyed by how
Yeah,
popular they were the
I
stuff
think
I
that's what
was
it was.
listening to. Like no one's talking about Seven Dust except us. No one's talking about, Moose and I were looking at Shine Down and like if are we gonna
Yeah.
perform for Simple Man for the talent show
Yeah,
because
I
but
remember,
Yeah.
yeah.
we never did.
Yeah.
I'll take
No.
blame for that. I didn't practice my guitar enough or something.
Well, I
I
couldn't
don't think
sing it either. I think I tried. I couldn't
I
get it. I couldn't pull it in. It was too hard.
I
Um,
was I had a hard time sometimes performing if I wasn't like full volume,
Sure.
and I think I hated practicing at full volume.
but I can't. So that you're just cancel. You don't even cancel each other out. It just doesn't happen, right?
Right. Like,
Somebody's
who's
getting
yelling?
headphones.
Why is that so loud? And I'm like, well, it doesn't sound so
You.
loud like right now, but yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's funny.
System of a Down, which I mentioned, that's the other band. And it goes back to the downloads. Is Please Still This Album, the one that got released, and so they released it that way with no sleeve. It just says, I think Please Still This Album is the name
Yeah,
of it.
it is. That's it. Yeah.
But like no publicity or anything like that. And so I was downloading a bunch of System as well, and I found songs just you could download that I haven't found on any of their records. And so I think once, gosh, I'm gonna mix it. I want to say it's Ego Trip, but no, that's a Papa Roach album and song. But there just was something I came across. I need to go through my burned CDs to see if I can find it. But it's an awesome song.
Yeah, that's another one where, like, again, musicality wise, like the heart, like, I swear there's like a set of music and people are like, it's noise. And I'm like, do you not hear that dude harmonizing like in like 5-part harm? Do you not hear what's happening? Are you not entertained? Like, I was like, how do you, I don't get it. I'm like, cause like what Surge could do with his voice and like the ups and downs and the,
Yeah,
and like
who else
go
was
back in
doing
the
that?
it's wild, man. It's wild. And like, so much respect for like how they do it and the consistency of it. And like, they can all do it with like a goatee that's down here. You know, it's awesome. Like, why not? Right? That's cool. It's a lot
Cutting
of fun.
edge.
Yes.
And then similar to like Rage. Rage, do we even touch Rage?
We talked about Audio Slave, but probably not Rage.
Yeah, same for me because like Rage was like that edge of like pre going to like engineering or whatever I ended up doing. I was like a history guy. I was gonna be like a poli sci guy. All right, that was my theoretical plan. So I loved Rage. Like I loved Rage just because of all the interplay. Same thing with System of a Down though. Like there's like messages in there, right? They're saying stuff. It's not just like, loud for loud's sake. No, there is some of that too, but it all kind of goes together.
I remember I was listening to Rage on my Discman and snowboarding in Utah in '02. And I went over this like 70-foot gap jump. And because that was the year I was working down there, and I was riding every day. Like I was doing really great by the end of the season, and I hit this gap jump and I land it. I do this big 180, I land it, and then a little kid cuts right in front of me, like right after I land it, and I cut and I catch my back edge and I flipped like 6 times, my buddy said.
Oh,
And we found pieces of my Discman like 100 feet down the mountain.
it wasn't built
then,
for extreme sports.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only thing that survived that crash was the disc. The actual CD was sticking in the snow. I probably have it still, but yeah, the Discman was ruined. But that was one with Bulls on Parade and all that. It was a good album.
Yeah,
that's one to get signed by the band.
I never met those guys.
Yeah, that was awesome. No, there was one other one. I will tell you, there's one that again, because you're triggering my brain, like as we're talking about this, like I discovered definitely a Walla Walla that I did not know before, and that was Wisconsin Death Trip. That whole album.
Oh, Static X. Yeah.
Yes, mostly for Love Dump because I mean, like, I know I found that on a rip on a server somewhere, and I was like, what? What is this? And then I listened to it, and I was like, this is the most amazing poetry I've ever heard. It's absurd, but it's so good. And the rest of the album wasn't bad. Like, I listened to it, it's like, oh, okay. But I zeroed in on that song that I like. There's a music video, but the video's benign. But like the whole song together, I'm like, wow. I've never heard of anybody writing poetry in such a way. And like, I still try to like serenade my wife with this song from time to time. She doesn't appreciate it, of course.
Doesn't work.
But like, I think it's amazing. And she knows what I'm talking about. Cause like, these are the things when like, you're like, check this out. You're my girlfriend. This is the most awesome thing. Don't you think this is awesome? And
like,
she
what's
was like,
wrong with you?
Yes.
And we're breaking up.
You're right.
Exactly.
Nice
She's
knowing
like, what
you.
is like, I'm trying to express this love. You don't understand. Oh my God. It was so good. So good.
Well, yeah, how would you describe them? They were like a industrial
Yeah. Yeah.
ministry-esque or
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
transition from Nine Inch Nails maybe, but
Yeah, but I think the
maybe
industrial part's the
more
part
heavy
that
metal?
triggered. Yeah, because I
Mhm.
love it wasn't speed for speed's sake, right? This wasn't like, that, but it was melodic still, right? It was dum, 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 dum. The bass was doing something, right? Like the I don't this is not an equivalent, but like I'm thinking about oh my god. It's a newer band. You know what I'm talking about. Tolston. I can't think of his name. I've
Say
seen him. Um the guy who plays like a 8-string guitar. It's insane. Like 12-string. Oh my gosh. I'll think of it when I think of it. But like I love that band. That's the closest thing to remind me of it, like, musically, like Static X now, but he's doing that off, like, 1 instrument. They're doing it with, like, 4 dudes, but it still sounds good.
what do
It's
you
not
think of them touring with, the dude in the mask? I think he's from the band Dope. I need to fact check it, but it's a because Wayne died, so the guy's
Yeah, yeah,
wearing
yeah.
the mask of,
Yeah, yeah.
Wayne and makeup. What are your thoughts on that?
It's all good, man. I mean, like, you gotta move on, right? Like, that's and if he can hit the notes and do it justice, if the vibe is right, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't be too serious with that kind of music, but you couldn't be like, you gotta take it serious. Then no issue. Like,
Yeah.
none
We
whatsoever.
saw Dope open up for Seven Dust here
Oh,
last year,
nice.
Mm.
and that was great, and that guy did a killer job. It was really good.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I think maybe, well, because I just heard about Pantera 2 touring with only 2, Philip
Oh,
and,
really?
Rex, but people are saying, "Oh, that's just a cover Pantera band." I'm like, "Ah, no, I know Dimebag and Vinny, they died,
Yeah, they're
but
dead.
I
Yeah.
think they would think this is pretty cool that these other legendary musicians, Zach was buddies with them, and then
Yeah.
you have Charlie Benante from Anthrax, buddies with them,
Yeah.
going in and exposing more people to Pantera, right? So you kinda like your legacy continues. Yeah, they
Mhm.
didn't write the songs, and they're never gonna take credit for it, but
No.
they're letting
Yeah.
Phil and Rex still feed their families, and,
Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes that's like, the brotherhood part of it still matters, I think. And they're contemporaries, right? It's not like you got like I wasn't one of those people that was like taking up, Journey's the best example I can think
Right.
of, right? They bought in the young guy. That kid can sing, man.
Oh,
I got
dude.
no issue with it, right? Like
Yeah.
he can sing. But there's all those people that are like, "Ah, Steve Perry." And I love me some Steve Perry. But like they gotta get paid. You know what I mean? They got bills. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
And
And
if you close your eyes,
Yeah, man,
ah,
honestly, if you close your eyes, you can. Yeah.
because there's great and there's serviceable, and that dude's great.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's great.
he's not
Yeah.
just serviceable, like,
Yeah.
you listen to it and you like, it sounds the same as it did back in the day.
Yeah,
It's really
exactly.
good.
Exactly. Yeah.
I could talk music all day long. Why don't we pivot to what jobs did you guys have in college?
I was talking
Several.
about this today. Yeah. Go ahead.
Several. Let's hear it. Give us the list. Like go
Uh,
worst job to best. Can you do a ranking just off the top of your head?
Oh, wow.
uh,
No pressure.
so I was a I was a caregiver for a quadriplegic guy,
Oh, yeah, I remember stories. Yep.
and, I don't think I can do a deep dive into that one,
No,
Yeah.
no.
but, it was a pretty wild job considering, we were just trained from whoever was before us,
Wow.
and so, I mean, I was not a nursing student, and I know how to do catheters now,
Yeah.
right?
Like learning on the
So
job.
Yeah.
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 So that was kinda wild,
Yeah.
catheters and other things that,
Yeah.
now, like, some of our kids, they'll be like, "Oh, my job sucked. I washed dishes all summer." And
I had
I'm
to
like,
wash a
"Oh,
car.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I did, when I was 18 and
Yeah.
19."
Yeah.
Uh, so I don't know, that was a wild job. I had a lot of cleaning jobs. I officiated a lot of games, and that
Oh,
wasn't
cool.
hard, it was just
Cool.
kind of annoying. I was in AmeriCorps, so I worked at the school, at, the middle school there and the grade school. That was interesting, like, doing locker searches for like, 7th graders and finding,
Yeah.
like, fifths of vodka and bags of weed.
Yep. Yep. Sounds
Um,
about right.
that kind
Sounds
of
about
thing,
And
that
right.
was
probably porn.
interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. And then and then for a year, I worked at a place for folks with dementia, and that was
Soul
I
sucking.
remember sitting there, like, that was the year that Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl.
Oh, against
So
the
maybe,
Raiders,
what,
Yeah.
'02 or something?
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long time ago. Yeah.
And, I think it was also the year that Johnny Cash's "Hurt" came out, I think,
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
and I remember watching that music video with all these old guys that they had lived and their wives were gone,
Wow.
and they were, like, brought back to '70s Johnny Cash, and
Yeah.
they were wide awake, for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was super interesting,
Power
and,
of music.
yeah, and 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 I think I wanna say, like, I don't remember, there was a whole little story about him. Maybe it's when that movie came out too, Walk the Line. I don't remember.
Was it before or after? I feel like it was same time period, right? It was close, right?
Yeah, I can't remember,
I
but
see.
that was an interesting job, like, working at that dementia place.
Was you
So
being a caregiver for the quadriplegic guy? Was
mhm.
that something like there's some link to get you to work at with the adults with dementia?
I think it was, a friend of a friend
Okay.
that set it up because I think maybe they were asking for more workers to come there, and so, when there was multiple of us working for the quadriplegic guy, um, and there weren't enough hours, we are looking for other work, so we checked out that other place and ended up working there. Um, but it's the kind of a depressing job.
Oh, yeah,
Very.
definitely.
It's what kept me from being a neurologist. Spent
Yeah,
summers doing that, like a like a candy striper, basically, right?
yeah,
And I was like, yeah, let me work on the neurology for it. It's all dementia patients. It's the most like, yeah, stuff.
depressing.
Very, very.
I did that during the school year, but then in the summer, I worked in moving and relocation, so Um, when I worked locally in Seattle, that was great, but then I got my commercial driver's license in '02, and then in the summers, like, at that point, I think I was, like, driving for 6 months and going to school for 6 months.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty cool job because I got to see a lot of the states.
Well, you and Peter allowed myself and Murphy Pal to get paid during, I think, on a holiday break. So
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
moving with you guys
That's
and then
awesome.
That was,
pranking
like,
us along the way too, you know?
'05-ish probably.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny.
That was in the Bay Area.
Hmm.
Remember that guy guy named Caesar?
He'd been in prison. Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. Master Hayes, I don't know if you ever heard the story, but,
Yeah.
um, so we were gonna be working I don't remember, San Rafael or something,
Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
somewhere down there,
Yeah.
and, so we reached out to Chris and Corey, and did we pick you guys up in
Yeah.
Manteca?
Yep.
Okay, and then we get down there, I think we stayed in a hotel, and then the next day, we went to the warehouse to get our guys that were also gonna help us because it was a big day, it was like a full trailer,
Yeah.
and, let's see, how did it happen? So Corey's wearing this, like, wife beater T-shirt, and,
Only
this
Corey.
dude is like, "Yo, you look familiar." Corey's like, "Yeah, I don't think so, bro." And, dude is, like, covered head to toe in tats and, looks like a mean dude, and he goes, "You ever at County?" Corey's like, "No." And all of us are like, "Uh," well, nope, we weren't either.
Yeah.
It it's so funny.
It seemed like they became pals though, right? By the end of the day, they
Yeah.
were, yeah,
That's
yeah.
Well,
awesome.
it's funny because Corey is always kinda like the tough guy, like, he always
Hmm.
kinda stood out if you
Yep.
were somewhere, and then when this dude's like, "You been to County?" All of a sudden, everybody's like, "No, that dude, that's the tough dude." Corey,
Go
sorry,
talk to
you're
him.
a golden retriever now.
That's hilarious.
This other dude's the pit bull.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a highlight of my job, and then I did a couple of, random food service things too. Did actually quite a bit of food service.
I think from the moving, just that short experience, because I want to say we went to 3 or 4 different homes to move.
I think so.
And I just would assume, because anytime I've moved, I'm all packed up. I'm ready to go. They
No,
weren't. They
no,
No.
no.
weren't like just
You're
not
responsible. You
not
forget.
being prepared, not being
Nothing.
organized, and then watching Moose and Peter having to like, oh, they projected this to be way less poundage than it
Yeah.
Oh,
actually
yeah.
is. And then Moose, do you remember pranking Corey and I? Were we on the Grapevine? Not Grapevine. Where were we? We're on the Altamont or something like that. Do you remember for the truck weigh-in?
Oh, right. Yeah. Trying to get the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell Hayes what you did to us?
I no, you're gonna have to walk me through this one because
Well,
I
you
think
told us like, hey, Corey and I are sitting in the back in the cab, and like, hey, you guys are gonna lay down, be quiet, don't say anything. Is it coming back?
oh,
You guys
right,
can't. You
okay.
guys can't be in here.
Yeah, for the
This
scale house.
and Moose and Peter are just playing this up. We're like, oh man, if we get caught, like, what's gonna happen? Or, we're
Yeah.
I don't know
And,
what were we
and
22, 23 years old,
yeah.
something like that.
Plus Corey had been to county
And
by
Corey
this
Benton
point, right?
County.
That's
Though
good.
it was pranking people that hadn't been in the truck was always hilarious.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
But every once in a while, like somebody would get me also.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Alex? Oh man, no, I can't remember his last name, but Humbert. He had red hair,
That sounds familiar too.
and
Vaguely familiar.
he volunteered at the fire department.
Okay.
Um, he wanted to learn how to drive, and so he got his license. I took him on a road trip one time, and he queued up Super Troopers to this like a siren scene, and then I rolled through a scale, and they didn't pull me in. This is actually in California near the Bay, and then he's got it cranked up all the way up on the little TV. And then right as I pull back out on the highway, he flips it on. And so I hear this siren. I'm like, oh crap. And
Yeah.
I'm looking in my mirrors and I'm like driving the truck and I'm like, do I need to pull over? I don't see the cops.
That's funny.
And I was expecting to get pulled in just for bad luck because my logbook or logbooks were not where they should be.
Yep.
And then he's like sticks his head out from the sleeper. Ha, 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 I got you good. Yeah, that was all some fun.
Now, had
Yeah.
you already pranked him, or this was his own inspiration? It wasn't
Oh no,
revenge. It was.
he just took advantage of me not being ready for that for
It
sure.
feels more like karma, is what
Yeah.
I think. It
100%.
feels more like.
Yeah,
One would say.
full karma.
That's funny. That's funny.
How about you, Hayes? Where'd you what were your jobs or job?
Ooh, I had a couple. I mean, most of mine were, yeah. So most of mine when I came up there were just on campus randomness. So whatever I could like luck up on. So like I think I TA'd a lot, right? I was a TA pretty much like all the way through because like I got into like the first class and it was like a lot of my like weird kind of like dabbles into um parochial education, we'll call it that, where I'm like a public school kid and I come here and I'm like, all right, cool. And then I walk them and they're like, well, we assume that you like, may or may not be familiar with crack pipes or how to do these things, but I'm sure you don't know how
You
this
may or may not be. Oh my
right?
god!
So I'm just saying that was the vibe. This is maybe like this is the vibe, right? But like, so I got into like my freshman year classes and I'm like,
That's
is it?
hilarious.
And I'm like I wasn't good to be clear. I had trouble, right? But like when I got to like my computer classes, I was like, this is easy. And I'm like, I did this like in junior high, and they're like, immediately he's like, cool. You know what's going on? You're gonna be a TA, and I'm like, can I TA a class while I'm taking it? That's a Walla Walla phenomenon. I did that like I can. First time taking it. Yeah, you're a TA. You're gonna
Wow.
do this in grade. I'm like, okay, sure.
They were like, this
So
guy's smart. He can handle it.
yeah, but not that smart. But anyway, I was I was
Smart enough.
smart enough, exactly. So I TA'd I cleaned toilets in like
Oh,
the senior dorm.
yeah,
That
that's
was
not
the
fun.
one. I was
Oh,
telling
messy.
my niece about that today, how like I'm like, hey, you're in college, you gotta do whatever it takes. Like you just gotta make the money, right?
Yeah.
And like I did those, but I got too efficient with that job. They didn't like they didn't there was no complaints about how clean I made it. It was clean enough. But she's like, "How are you doing this in 15 minutes?" I'm like, "Do you wanna go and hang out by a dude's locker room
Yeah.
where there's dudes actively coming in and out and showering, like, in the middle of the
Yeah.
like, why would I not go
Yeah,
fast?"
absolutely
Like
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, I'm going fast, right? And it's like, I'm like, "Are you getting any complaints about it being dirty?" Like, "Oh, no." "Is the floor clean when you check it yourself? And does the toilets not look like?" "Well, yeah, it's all good." "Then what is the problem here? Like, let's just take this free money I'm giving you, like being too good at this or whatever, right?" Um, I did that. I didn't go anywhere, right, for the first probably 2 years. I stayed all the way through the summer. I was too broke to go home. So, I worked, even in the spring breaks, I'd get jobs. I worked on farms and stuff, which I was like, I didn't even know was a thing. I'm like, never gonna pick anything. I didn't really pick stuff. I dug ditches and weird stuff. And then I never worked grounds, but then I worked for the electrical for plant services. So I like was an electrician apprentice for a good like year, which was fun.
Cool.
Um,
Can
because
I
I thought
ask you
it'd
a
be a good
question?
side hustle. Till I started pulling wire through like underground, you know, all the tunnels under the campus. Like all,
That's what I wanna ask you about that. So,
oh, I've done it. It's the worst.
did you walk down there at all too?
Walked, crawled, sat on my back and shimmied. I'd have to do it with the guy who's like, I'm well retired or probably passed away, who was like the telecom guy, beanpole advent fellow, get through any shimmy. And he's like, come on, guys, you can get through this. And I'm like, bruh, I wasn't even this size, but I was a good 250. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't little, right? I can't squeeze. And I'm like dipping over pipes and pulling wire. It's still my favorite memory of being down there with like one of the other guys, and this is like years later before, because I did it when I worked for electrical, but then when I moved over to work for computer services or whatever, same thing, pulling network cable because I ran all the cable everywhere. I set up all the Wi-Fi all on the campus, so I had to be in those tunnels. And I remember being in the dark, sitting there with the guy, like flashlights flickering, like it's some like this is like maybe a year after Blair Witch, you know what I mean? Like they're flickering out,
Yep.
and he's just sitting down there. We're in the quiet, and he's like, "God doesn't come down here." And I'm like, "Yeah."
I mean, it sounds
I
like the
agree.
beginning of a horror movie for
It
sure.
it
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
man. There's rats and stuff, you know, I'm like, "This is the worst." Like,
Oh,
I
was it
literally
pretty dirty then?
oh, we're the parts you could stand up in were fine, right? But I've been through basically every piece of the tunnels that existed, even the old ad building before they tore it down, because they tore
Yeah.
that down when we were there, right? All the old ad building because we had to get the wire out. So, I was underneath all of those places, like and it was, where you could stand up and walk, it was fine. But the places where you had to shimmy or you had to like literally on my chest to like climb underneath HVAC cables that somebody like forget it, man.
Well, if
Like
you're
never again.
claustrophobic, you're done.
Well, honestly, that it's either that or being like I remember hanging lights in the swimming pool, in the WEC or whatever, not the WEC,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
but on the tallest ladder I think I've ever been on in my life, still to this day, had to be I'm making this up because I don't remember ladder heights anymore. We're gonna just say I was 40, 50 feet in the air. It felt like that.
Yeah.
And it's 120 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like,
Summertime.
and I'm walking up there like holding like a light. And the dude who's with me, who's like, what's his name? I know this guy. Mackin. We call him Big Mac. He's a solid fellow too. But we're both shimming up the ladder on opposite sides. I'm like, bro, you're 250, I'm 250. This gotta be like a 300-pound rated ladder. Like, what the hell
Yeah.
with our
Yeah,
lives?
this is simple math. Come on
Like,
now.
this doesn't make any sense. All right.
You
Like,
offset each other though, because
yeah,
you're
You
on
cancel each
yeah,
other out
yeah,
because
yeah, exactly. And, like, if you
just
breathe
math.
hard, it starts to wobble, and I'm like, "No, no, I'm not meant for this." But I
starts
did
to
that.
buckle.
Yeah, it was wild. I did that, and then obviously security, I did that the summer before, and then I got the job with computer services, and that was, like, the longest one I probably had, like, 3 next to TAing. I did it for, like, 3 years, and that was, like, the moneymaker, like, that was the life changer. If I hadn't have got that, all the rest wouldn't have happened, so that was the subtlest, best move. You know, go what is it, 5,000 or 3,000 miles away from home, pay $100,000 for school to get an IT job that you probably could have got at home, so you can get the rest of your job. But it worked.
So
Not gonna lie.
yeah. Well, you were at the
So,
Western Wedding College, so that's
yeah,
why
There you go.
yeah.
It's part
Which
of the
I didn't know
journey.
before I got there. Like I had no clue. I was just like, I'm going for school.
Hey, it did
Forget
happen for
girls,
me.
one, forget girls, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this isn't what I'm here for. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I'll say
Married.
1 out of 3 going to Western Wedding College, we broke it. We broke the,
Yeah.
we're like, "Nah, hey, not today. We're not getting married here at college."
I wasn't either. And I didn't get married in college, to be fair.
But
I got married the day
dated
after
in
college.
but you were dating when you were in college, right? You 2 were
Oh,
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I got married the day after I graduated.
So it doesn't count.
Doesn't count. That was my mom's rule. Don't get married in college. I'm like, I won't get married in college. Sure. Just waited a day, like 12 hours after graduation.
Xing the calendar. Here we come.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Got her
So
done.
if we go pre Walla Walla, I was at PUC. I cleaned the weight room. That was the easy one. I think I just happened to be there when the manager was there. I was working out, and then I don't know if I asked him or whatever. Like, oh yeah, you could come in. These are the hours. Come in and mop. That was the biggest thing. And then
Cool.
when I went home, it was doing community college. I worked at Blockbuster Video, became an assistant manager there.
Big time.
Nice.
Big time. I went to the Blockbuster Video award shows
That's
I
awesome.
must have been in LA.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I gotta like really dig deep to find out who was there. But yeah, there were celebrities. I didn't meet any, I don't think, but there were celebrities there. But
That's
it's cool.
cool.
We do dress up and
Yeah.
I'm 19 or 20 years old.
Yeah.
And then I worked in a warehouse for 2 years, and that's what pushed me back to go to college because I didn't want to do that the rest of my life. And
Yeah.
up
You
at
were on a
Walla, I'm
forklift,
pretty
right?
sure the only job I had was campus security.
Yeah.
And it just fit perfectly because I could take the 4 a.m. shift, or at one point it was a 2 a.m. shift. That way I could
Yeah.
still hang out with friends at night and get my
Okay.
schooling done. And Jeremy, were you there when we all got pepper sprayed? Or
Oh yeah. I remember look, it's again, there's like a couple highlight memories, but I
Who did
remember
it?
that whole incident. And I
most of
remember
us?
getting
Did all of us do
pepper
it?
sprayed. Yeah, everybody did it. And I remember BBT did it, everybody
Yeah,
did
yeah,
it.
BT did.
I did. I remember I just remember the guy, whoever I think his name was Peter. That's all I really recall. I just remember, we'll just say we didn't vibe. And I remember he was the way it went was like you would get the pool noodle
Yep.
and you would like
Fight as long
the
as you
other person
can.
had the spray.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then you'd swing on them as long as you could so they could get the idea of, okay, if I spray someone, here's how long it might take for them to react.
And they had
So
different
forth, right?
kinds. They had the one that was a big cloud, and they had the one that shot straight. And so if it,
Direct.
I got the straight shot one.
yeah.
But I remember
me
he was
too.
the guy spraying me, and I was the guy with the pool noodle. And I remember like you're supposed to like go down or whatever, right? Because it hurts. And I like summoned some kind of like, I'll say Highlander-esque based on my things I loved at the time, like healing powers to be like, no, I'm gonna
Nice.
really hit the daylights out of him as much as I can with this. I'm gonna get my money's worth. And I kept swinging, and like literally he stood still thinking, oh, he's not gonna be able to see me. I just
got another thing
I
coming.
felt like I had nunchucks in my hand with a pool noodle. And I was just giving it
Full
to him.
on Bruce Lee. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, this hurts, but this feels so good hitting you that I'm gonna keep doing it until I can't stop.
That's
Until he
awesome.
finally like, I felt like he had to get, I think the guy, I can't remember his name, I'm blacking out, but he had to go move him. He's like, you should just move.
Just
Move out of the way.
Just get out of the way.
Was it Bennett?
He's not gonna stop
Was it
hitting you.
George, the head of
George
the
is like, he's not gonna stop hitting you. You should probably move.
Yeah.
And he kept talking, so I echolocated to where he was because I'm like, I can't see. But I'm just like,
You're like a bat.
yeah, I'm like, you're gonna get as much as I can give you. It was good times. It's good times.
So
Oh, man.
so he sprayed you. Do you remember who you sprayed?
I can't. I wish I do. I can't remember.
See, I think BT sprayed me, but I can't remember who I sprayed. And I was wearing flip flops, cheap ones, like $2 from Target, Walmart. And he sprayed me as I'm trying to fight, and the flip flop breaks. It comes out.
Oh, I can't recall that.
Immediately, as soon as that stuff hits you, your eyes just slam shut.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's the worst feeling I probably have had in my life.
Yeah.
And then they had big tubs of water, and they had, this is Johnson & Johnson, no tear shampoo.
Yeah.
Be in there and get it all. And eventually you recover, but it probably takes 15 minutes.
Yeah, it takes a little while.
But they told us, hey, when you go shower, make sure you have underwear on or board shorts or whatever, because you don't want that running down into your, groin.
Yeah.
But they were, I mean, I listened, so thankfully it didn't happen to me, but when you shower, the pepper gets all
It
reactivated. So, like, my
reactivates. Oh,
ears are,
Yeah.
like, glowing red,
yep.
burning, like,
Yeah.
different parts, and, gosh, that took longer for that to die out once it reactivated. Thankfully, it wasn't my
Yeah.
eyes, but yeah,
Yeah. The eye
not
part was good, but it
it's
was brutal.
crazy.
Absolutely brutal. But
That's wild.
yeah, that was
I've never
Frank.
been pepper sprayed.
I don't
Oh,
recommend it.
I know I wouldn't. I'll be honest though, like it's not fun, but like you kind of get where I'm like, oh, I see where these guys can keep going. I get it. Like
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
in that mental spot, I'm like, yeah, you could black it out. Now I can't open my eyes and black it out, but like I could probably black it out enough. Right? It's a little wild though,
Are we gonna see
for
a
sure.
dog? Maybe.
Yeah, you're about to see a dog.
Nice. I thought initially, and then when he goes down, I'm like, "Oh, he's getting something low to the ground." Oh,
Oh,
dude.
look at him.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah.
This is macaroni.
Nice. Bigger than I thought.
Oh yes, he's the
Definitely
size.
bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
He's really strong. He's super mean.
I'm telling you, that photo of him smelling those flowers, I was terrified.
The intensity in his eyes.
How old did you say macaroni is?
How old?
Yeah.
We think about a year and a half.
Okay. Full of puppy energy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he's from a shelter in here.
Nope. There you go. Yeah. It's like pretty.
He's from a shelter in Bakersfield.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
wait.
So
Aren't you up in Canada right now?
yeah. So he was a street dog evidently in Bakersfield. And they got him off the street, and then some lady adopted him. She said that they said she was a serial adopter, and she'd already adopted like 5 dogs and then given them to her family because she
Oh.
didn't like taking care of them.
Well, she
So
likes
he was
the
like,
idea of adopting them, but not keeping them.
Look, I saved this
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah. Oh, it's like
So
Munchausen syndrome for dogs.
the family's
Right.
like, we can't take a 6th dog. So they gave him back to the shelter. And then that shelter has a sister shelter in Bellingham.
Wow.
So they took him, and someone took him home. They had him for 2 months. They're like, you know what? We're returning him because he doesn't like to sit in his kennel for 8 to 10 hours a day. And then when he goes outside, he doesn't want
does?
to go
Yeah.
back in his kennel. And so they
Go
returned
figure.
him. And then now we've had him for 2 months. No, just over like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's awesome. I don't know why anybody would return him.
Am I
Yeah.
judgmental? Why would you adopt a dog and to have it in a cage the majority of the day?
Great
I don't
training for when they're little, I get, but not
Sure.
not
Yeah.
You do
that
like
at
the
all.
crate training, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
can't leave them that long. Not a golden.
And a
Like, there's no
puppy
way.
who's full of, you know,
Yeah.
energy and superpowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does have superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah,
That's cool.
he's pretty sweet. And it looks like
Look at him light up. Do you see this guy light up as he's talking about his dog? It's like a new man.
I understand it.
The softest, sweetest
I
moose I've
understand
ever
it.
seen. The dog comes in.
well, we actually we went to visit my mom this last week, and we took Macaroni with us, and she said that she'd never seen Lady May and I as relaxed and happy.
Oh, it's like your therapy dog then, huh?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty sweet. He
That's cool.
especially is sweet if you have cheese.
Yeah. Wow.
So if you have cheese, he's your best friend.
And his
I
bowels
bet.
can handle the cheese.
Yeah.
Not my
yeah,
dogs. Not my dogs.
Oh, mine.
small amounts.
Oh, dude,
My-
he
my-
dropped like a shred of cheese. Yeah, it's a bad day in the house.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, their stomachs are weak.
Oh, that's
Chew
See,
that
mine-
macaroni, you're tough.
like if you go in my backyard, like I did this last week to go replant some grass, you'll still see a field that looks like a battlefield of old Legos. And you're like, what is this? Oh, that's the stuff that my dog's eaten and processed, clean out. No issue. All kind of crazy things. Like, it's impressive. But I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you eat that? And he'll eat it like out of spite. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Totally fine. And it was good when you got in the glow in the dark ones because it made the backyard fun. So we find little sparkles everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Living it up, huh?
Something like that. Bad
Did
decision.
were you also part of security when we did the ropes course that summer?
I don't think so.
Bro, that was so fun.
Yeah, was it
So
like
we'll
aerial ropes or?
yeah. So we'll I'll tell this last one and then we can wrap up because we're coming up on an hour.
Yeah,
Um So we all went to this ropes course somewhere close. We didn't have to drove far, but
yeah,
it was about team building. That was the whole thing.
yeah,
So we went out there, and so the first one you do, you climb up a ladder and you got to walk across this rope. But they have a rope above you, and they have, if you have upper body strength, it's no problem.
yeah.
And dude, I don't want to brag. I'm probably not good at it now because I'm bigger than I was, but I killed that ropes course, all the different things. And then the
Yeah.
last one that I only remember like a couple of them. The last one, you had to climb up and then you're standing on like this telephone pole.
Mm.
And I mean, they have you strapped in. So if you don't make
Yeah.
it, you're going to be okay. But you have to jump and grab almost like a gymnast.
Oh
And then
shit,
you
American Ninja
swing.
Warrior.
Dude, oh, bro, it was so much
Warrior.
fun.
Yeah,
It was so much fun, bro.
that's crazy.
But yeah, it's team building, and so that was that and pepper spray. Those are the big things that stand out to me. I mean, I remember roaming around campus at 4 a.m. in the snow, late at
Pedaling,
night. You know,
You
pedaling in the
before you
short
came
shorts.
up, you were doing forklift, right?
yeah, in that warehouse. Yeah,
Now, can you imagine if you were able to pair forklifting and security, and you could get sprayed in the face with pepper spray and still drive the forklift after the person who sprayed you
that would
instead
be
of using a pool noodle?
that'd be a movie. That'd be going to get that person.
Yeah, that would be quite disastrous, I think, for the whole warehouse.
I'll tell
It's
you though,
just
But
the forklift was cool once you figure out the controls and how fast you can get going and how fast to stop and getting
yeah,
um the forks. I guess that's what they're called off the ground so you don't hit anything. I crashed a couple times into like carrying a big old
pallet.
trash bin. I crashed a couple times. Didn't do any
Yeah,
damage, but you're like, oh, I took that turn a little too tight. I was going a little too fast, but
yeah.
nice.
No, that's cool.
but yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I got a niece
boys.
that's a forklift driver, man. It's crazy. She's been doing it like 20 years. It's intense.
I mean, the stuff you got to do. I mean, I was in that warehouse for 2 years, so eventually they have faith in you. Like, okay, we're going to train you on it. But going in and out of tight spaces, loading trucks, getting stuff off
Yeah,
high shelving. I mean, it's like
without
there's an
tripping.
art to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, fellas, we did an hour. Always great seeing you.
Sweet.
Any last words before we wrap up?
We're going to a show on Thursday.
Who?
Oh, cool.
So my friend John, he's got a band named the Lowdown Drifters,
Huh.
and they're Americana country, I would say.
Okay.
And then they're opening for a band called Shane Smith and the Saints. You might have
Oh,
heard them. They've been doing big shows, and then they've been featured on Yellowstone and a few
Oh,
shows like
awesome.
that.
okay.
So I definitely have heard them before.
That's cool.
So yeah, they're great. They're good. They're a good band. And John's band, we used to drive truck together, and he's finally doing his lifelong dream of doing that. So I'm excited.
for him.
We're gonna go to that on Thursday.
That's
Awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. Only thing for me is we're celebrating this week the victory of my distant cousin. That would be Afro Man. I'll get into that one another time.
Is he actually your distant cousin?
Supposedly,
Allegedly, huh?
I'll give
Okay.
you the yeah. I didn't know either until like my aunt told me. She's like, "Who's that one with that? He's got that drug song," and I'm like, "Drug song." And it took me a while to tease it out. He's got hair. Like what? He's our cousin. How?
At
And
first
it's
you thought it was
relatively
Wow.
close. But I'm like, okay, that's random. But
That's
celebrating the
funny.
family victory this week, so that was my one.
Nice.
That whole thing gave me a chuckle.
That's
So
a good victory.
yeah, hilarious.
And I'll end it
Hilarious.
with Friday, the new Black Label Society comes out. So make sure you go listen to that
There you
thing.
go.
I've My Name in Blood, I think is one of the lead singles. That song's awesome. So go check it out.
Will do.
All right,
Lady May
fellas.
already pre-ordered the Black Label Society album.
That
I'm
makes
sure.
me very happy. I want to give her a high five.
She's like, "What?"
She sounds like she could be like a hardcore, one of those hardcore fans. Be like, "What do you mean? What do you mean you don't
But you
know?
never know.
You don't know who Black Label is? Get out."
Yeah. Yeah.
I
She's
I
always
literally had
wearing
someone
long
request me to
sleeves.
make them a death metal playlist this week at work, and I'm like an executive, and I'm like,
Whoa.
"Okay,
Okay. Hey.
let's I gotta find a thread the needle, right? Find it kosher enough, but not too good." It's
Careful what
like,
you ask for.
well, no Wisconsin death trip, I'll tell you that
Okay.
much. So,
All right. You gotta do what you gotta do.
all right,
All right,
gentlemen.
gentlemen. Good stuff.
See you
See you
guys.
guys. Good to see you.